Also, just to let you know, here in about 45 minutes or so, Laurie Watson's going to be on the show again, and she is our sex therapist. And I'm just telling you, having been on this show for July 4th will be 19 years. She is the best person to talk about things that may make you a little uncomfortable normally. For whatever reason, people just open up to her, and she is really good. So she'll be on the, and everybody thinks about this. I was saying something to people last night, and I said something to this other guy, and he goes, "Isn't that funny how, like, you're just wide open about talking about that stuff, but it embarrasses everybody else?" I said, everybody wants pudding. It doesn't matter.
Everybody does.
The good Lord...
Human nature.
Yeah, the good Lord put pudding here so that, we could enjoy pudding, in certain ways. Other people are doing it kind of creepy. But, so that's okay. But anyway, Laurie is a really good sex therapist. She's going to be on the show in about 45 minutes. That's coming up here in a little bit.
Ella cut it up one time.
All right, it's Bob in the show. Graham. Our sex therapist, Laurie Watson, is here. Here's all the official stuff we have to say before Laurie comes on.
Laurie Watson is a licensed marriage and family counselor as well as a certified sex therapist. Laurie's appearance is for entertainment purposes only and not intended as a substitute for psychological treatment. All comments made by Laurie Watson while appearing on the show are for your listening enjoyment only. If you believe that you are in need of mental health or relational treatment, please consult a local licensed therapist. If you're in need of emergency care, please dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency room and ask for your psychiatrist on call.
Yeah, all that means, for us stupid people, that just means, look, if you do what she says and something happens, that's your damn fault. and if you're really sick, go to the hospital or call 911. Those are for all of the, like me, stupid people like me.
If you ever want to get in touch with Laurie Watson, the best website for you to go to is bobandtheshowgram.com. We have all the information on there. But if you also want to, just go to awakeningscenter.net. And the cool thing is, we got to talk about this at some point. Recently found out that Dr. Oz's website contacted her based on stuff that we did on the show. And also, she's having a book that's now being picked up by Penguin Publishers.
Yay!
Wow.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Let me just ask, how's your sex life going?
My sex life is hot.
Yeah?
We've been married 25 years.
How many times would you do it
No,
a
I would
week?
say it's hotter than it was when we were first married.
Really?
Yeah.
How many times will you do it a week with your husband?
Oh, not enough.
What? How did you get to such a good place?
We worked really damn hard at it.
And you have to.
We had all the problems everybody has, and
Yeah.
we worked at it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. So, but would you say twice a week, once a month?
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I can say all those things on the radio.
Yeah, you can.
No.
No, go ahead. You can.
You go first.
4 times a year. And one is a floating day. So.
Oh, man. That's a floating holiday.
Yeah, it happens on...
At least on your birthday?
Tax day. My birthday starts. So my birthday, tax day, Christmas, and then a floating.
It averages once a quarter.
Do you know what Whack the Cat is?
Whack the Cat? I think I do.
Can I just tell everybody who knows what Whack the Cat is this? So we have T-shirts coming out. It should be first part of next week or so, maybe middle of next week. We have T-shirts that say Whack the Cat on it. It's very funny. But so Lou and I, this was a hangover from Tax Day, which, Tax Day was very confusing. It happened on a Saturday. You didn't have to do it till Monday.
Right.
That kind of. So anyway, there we were in the throes of passion. Kids were asleep.
This was the floating day.
It was
the
a
tax
makeup.
day.
It was a makeup day from Tax Day.
Okay.
Anyway, so there, everything's going well, and we have a cat that's about 20 years old, and the cat, her name's Bales, and Bales jumps up on and I'm like, oh hell no, and push the cat off, and she stops and goes, "Did you just whack the cat?" And I said, "As a matter of fact." And we both started laughing so much, like it just had to end right there.
But Whack the Cat has turned into a phenomenon all its own.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a lot of people, especially on Twitter, who like to whack the cat.
Whack the cat, and then they send cat pictures on there. It's so funny. All right, anyway. Let's go to our phones. We got a lot of
Okay.
people with questions.
Good.
1-855-SHOWGRAM, 1-855-SHOWGRAM. If you want to get up in here, let's start with Catherine.
Hi.
Hey, darling.
Hey, I had a really quick question.
Yeah.
Does having lower testosterone in a man make it harder to conceive?
It doesn't really make it harder to conceive because it's really the sperm count that is the issue, but it can make it harder to deliver. And so, or no pun intended, actually softer to deliver. And so that can make a man's desire be lower, and it can also impact how he performs.
Okay, tell me if I'm right. You're a professional, I'm not, but maybe Catherine, listen to this. So we had this sperm challenge years and years ago. We had actually, and it was to see who had the best sperm on the show. And there were 3 guys.
Did you
on the
whack the cat to figure it out?
Oh my!
You would be surprised at how you had to do this. But anyway,
Okay.
so they give it 2 different grades, okay? And I imagine your husband has this. So it could be one of 2 issues. I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at the Holiday Inn Express last night. So here's the deal. So they're grading on 2 things: number of sperm and mobility.
Motility.
Yeah, so the whole thing, I came in second to all those, which actually meant I won because there were 3 people. And so I won on that, just like American Idiots. Second is great. I'm okay. And Ricky Bobby was lying. If you're not first, you're not definitely last. But here's the thing is, maybe he has a lot of swimmers, but maybe he doesn't, the swimmers are just kind of lazy. So maybe he has lazy swimmers. And then maybe that's the testosterone issue, but I don't know. Anyway, so the question for Catherine is, how can he pump them up?
Right. You've got to go to a fertility specialist and stay out of the jacuzzi.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
The heat, the hot water.
Hot water.
Can you get a
Kills the
sexually
sperm.
transmitted disease in a hot tub?
No.
God, it looks like you could. Have you ever seen this stuff
film?
floating on the top? You're like, this
Yeah,
cannot be safe. All right. Well, listen, Catherine, good luck. And believe me, for a certain price, if your man can't make it happen, John can make that happen. He's still young and very fertile.
Thank you. I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
The very, very, very back of your
The
mind.
recesses.
Yes.
Caroline, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question?
Well, my husband and I, we've been married for almost 2 years, and we're just as in love as when we were dating, but we have a lot of stress in our lives. We just recently moved, and we haven't sold our house in Greensboro, and we just have a lot. We had our car broken into. We just have a lot going on, and we were just wondering, with all the stress, how you get past that and get back into, your regular sex routine.
Is that probably one of the most asked questions?
Yes.
It has to be.
But you know what? Sex is stress relief. That's the problem is people ignore the very path that will help them.
Yeah.
They don't take the time because they feel so stressed out. And that's one of the ways that they relieve stress.
Caroline, let me, you know what? When people ask this to Laurie, which they have before, am I right or wrong in saying that it's okay to start? Because usually after you're finished, you go, why don't we do this more often?
Exactly.
Yes, I know. But
Yeah.
it's just getting to that point.
Isn't it okay
I just feel
to-
my mind is racing, and
Isn't it okay to make a date?
I
For
think it is.
just spending time together.
Sure.
The more you're in the say you have you're going to have how many kids do you have?
we don't have any kids.
You don't have kids. Okay. Well, I don't know what your damn problem is. Because-
Make it happen.
yeah, you know what? You just got to do the stupid stuff like get naked when you answer the door, and have tassels on and be swinging that thing, I mean, come on.
Please don't shake your fake
Just like
tassels.
this, like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to take your advice, Bob, and see what my husband thinks about
Dude, I
that.
mean, let me tell you, if he comes home, do you guys get home at the same time, or you get before him? What?
We usually get home around the same time.
Okay. Take about 10 minutes. Just tell your boss, look, I got to leave 10 minutes early today. Get home, get naked, do what you have to do, and when he shows up, but Mama's home, come on, baby. And if he doesn't jump on that, then
Oh, he would. He definitely would.
Yeah, that's the only thing, right? I mean,
Right. And I think for women, just starting, a lot of times women have desire after they get aroused.
Right.
So Bob's right. Starting it, she may feel nothing at the beginning.
tickle the bean.
But once it gets going, actually not right at the beginning, Bob, but anyway.
Watch some soap operas.
She has something a little more subtle than going right for the bean.
Why? You know what? I have a question that Caroline probably wants the answer to this, and a lot of women too. Caroline, thank you, and good luck with the pudding.
Thank you. By the way, I love you guys. Listen to you every single morning.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, when we get back, I have a question.
Okay.
And we're going to need to have an honest to God answer.
Okay.
All right. After this, it's a showgram. Laurie Watson is with us. She is our sex therapist. Awakenings. That's with a plural, everybody. And for everybody in Johnson County, that means with an S at the end. AwakeningsCenter.net. Back with our questions and your calls. 1-855-SHOWGRAM after this.